Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Trials of Mana. I'm the Mysterious JG. A swig of water. We're ready to... Let's just get Charlotte out of her flashback, at least. Let's get that done first, and then we'll worry about saving the world. So Charlotte has... she landed on Wolfman Kevin, and then woke up in an inn. Wolfman Kevin has vanished forever.
Welcome.
Charlotte can rest for various amounts of time, but it's about all she can do right now. But she's woken up in Astoria, it looks like. Where she's got awesome spin attacks at her disposal. And she can read. That's good. I mean, she's a little kid, so it's plausible that she couldn't read. But she's a 15-year-old in a little kid's body, so that's tricky for her. She compounds her problems by talking like this. These will be ripe soon. What do you think? I love your melons, man. They're great. You're traveling through, right? There's not much around here, but you're welcome regardless. So this is before the Beastmen attack, so she's got different dialogue. Although, maybe, I guess the Beastmen are supposed to be attacking up north, but maybe this is before the folks in Astoria know about it, because their dialogue seems to be more generic townfolk and less worrying about Beastmen. Did you hear Chad's been taking over Beastmen? You just were waiting for me to say that so you could disagree with me, weren't you, lady? You just wanted to show me up. You know the gold and silver mana statues. Yeah, file for repair the golden statue, restore your HP and MP. Both statues will save your data. Why, if it isn't cute little Charlotte from Wendell, you're pretty far from home and without an escort. Heath, come to think of it, I think I saw him head north into Rabbi Forest. You stay put, though it's too dangerous. So these people know who she is, anyway. So I guess Astoria and Wendell are kind of connected. At least to the extent that the people know who she and Heath are. And by people, I mean that person. You people. Whee! Some fine dialogue right there. Six lucre. I just wanted to check it because there's any bookshelf. It might have actually been a book. Okay, so the dog that was not being calm before is still not calm. I wonder if Charlotte can talk to that person who seems to be asleep for others. He's running like the armor shop or something, I think.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Now the inn I don't need to revisit. It's the armor shop I want to check out before we get out of this flashback. You are still asleep, aren't you? Yep. So that's faithful to the original. For some reason, they just put an armor shop in this town and had a shopkeeper who was always asleep. You don't really get to rob them. You just never really get to buy anything from that shop. Alright, it's probably enough of that. There's little treasures. I'm getting better about not checking them all because I know it doesn't count. We've already searched that place with Angela, so... She will be coming at this from the opposite direction of everyone else. She ends up in port town of Astoria first. Before she gets to Jad's stronghold. If indeed she gets to Jad's stronghold. She's just trying to figure out what's going on with Heath. Seems like she's worried about nothing. Heath seems like if he's able to put up that powerful barrier to protect Wendell, he's probably a pretty impressive mage. So it could be that,
Oh, Heath. Where did you go?
well, could be she's worried about nothing, but I guess we'll see. Get a combat tutorial as her as well. She's got nunchucks.
Leave it to me.
If I could save the world by defeating one, maybe two Rabbites, we got this. So there's no point right now heading off towards the lake. Let's head for Castle City of Jad. That seems to be... Oh no, it is the lake we need to get to. My mistake. And again, in the original Super Famicom game, you really have no idea where you're supposed to go at this point, but it's okay. See, I have yet to discover what happens if you try to run away and they attack you while you're in this little window. Oh, well, there's somebody. Miss, do you need help? You're looking for someone. I do remember seeing a priestly young man heading in the direction of Jad. Oh, so now I'm wondering what happens if you go to Jad first, which is what I figured we would have to do, but whatever. It matters a little, folks. And I'm sure we'll eventually find out what happens if you're trying to run away and enemies attack you while you're at the end of the circle. It'll happen on its own. I'm not going to rush it. Apparently you just escape. It will happen on its own. I did not rush it. It happened on its own immediately after I decided not to bother to showcase it.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I could
It's
ask the
Wolfman
same of you.
non-Kevin.
What business could Ferolian guards possibly have in this place?
We're just tourists.
This human's a priest from Wendell. We can't let him go now that he's seen us. It could jeopardize our Beastman invasion.
Well, we really can't let him go now that you've said that.
Impossible!
Heath!
What's with this kid?
What are they, like, young or something?
What's with you? Ow! 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 Let me go, you big old...
Charlotte!
It's actually not doing that much to hurt you, little girl. Wow. Okay, he can apparently handle himself.
Don't worry, Charlotte. I took care of them.
They're
What are
dead!
you doing here?
That's how I take care of beastmen.
Oh, Heath. You left and...
I'll show you what Roddy Piper does to dogs.
Shh. Something is coming.
Oh, this looks like a new friend.
No! Make it stop!
Well, what do you find so scary about the demonic Chester?
Heath!
Wow! Didn't realize that holy bolt would work so well. I suppose it is a powerful spell after all. Ooh, looks like I hooked a whopper.
It's our old pal Death Jester from, we'll recall him as being a guy whose voice changed a couple times over the course of the playthrough before. He's not a nice guy, as you can see.
Oh, silly child. Run if you know what's good for you.
Not the voice I would have given Death Jester, who I believe is called Gourmand, or Gourmet, or something like that. But,
Heath!
I'll always be Death Jester in my heart.
Heath. Give him back!
He's pretty. Sorry, that is a reference to me, Bobo, and my sister as, like, tiny kids.
Heath was whisked away by the mysterious man as the Beastmen began to attack the city of Jad. alone and frightened. Charlotte heard a noise nearby.
So she wasn't really of much help to Heath, but I guess it's good that somebody saw something of what happened to him. Because otherwise, it's just kind of like he goes out to put up a barrier and is unexpectedly kidnapped by some kind of demonic being in a jester outfit. Charlotte finished recounting the harrowing story of how they came to be on this journey. They? What is Charlotte, some kind of, like, composite being? Or is it the royal we here?
And then I couldn't even get back to Wendell because of the barrier. Until you opened the path through the cavern for me.
So I decided not to join your party at that point. At that point.
I got a little lost on the way.
A widow wasp.
And fell down. If you hadn't been there, it would have been good night, Charlotte. That was close.
Oh, stop crying. I'll take you with me, okay? You're scary now, this little girl. Give me a break.
And Duran's like, hey, what about me? I'm here.
Well, I'm on my way to Wendell to see the Priest of Light anyway. You might as well tag along. Come on.
But no way we're making you our third party member. Oh, wait, we are? No.
You want to see Grandpa? Why didn't you say so? You didn't know it, but you helped your chances. I'm actually the granddaughter of the Priest of Light. Come on,
They're
Slowpoke.
delighted by this.
I'll take you to my
Even though it's
grandpa.
part of what she told us.
Now, it's off to Wendell.
Swowpoke.
Fantastic.
Charlotte joined the party. Come join the party the fast and easy way.
Wendell is straight ahead. Come along, recruits. Follow me.
Excuse me. I don't remember signing up for anything.
You told her you would bring her to the town. Whatever. So, indeed, the, Charlotte is there clinging on to that cliff, needing your help, no matter whether you choose her as your third party member or not. The only way she wouldn't be, I believe, actually, is if you choose her as your primary. That doesn't happen. If she's your secondary, I think maybe she joins you there instead of joining you at the cave entrance like anyone else would. But if you have chosen somebody else, like your three party members do not include Charlotte, you get to her, you rescue her, you still hear that backstory in the original Super Famicom version. You don't play through it, you just get the short version. But then, like, I think either you refuse to take her with you or she doesn't ask. She just says, like, I'm out of here. But she kind of insults you and then leaves, so. Anyway, I'm having flashbacks having played through this screen many times off screen as well. Because this is, again, where I was doing my, my grinding.
Getting stronger.
I don't know why I'm bothering with some of this, because
We can take this enemy in no time.
we
All right.
aren't really going to keep these items anyway, but it is reminding me of the off-screen questing I did to become as powerful as our party is on screen.
We're getting stronger.
Fine now. Here I go.
I'm surprised I managed to miss getting put to sleep there, but
Come on.
I should probably be showing off the new character, although I guess we fought with her for a minute during this video already, so what the hell.
Don't keep me waiting.
Angela leveled up, catching up with everyone else who joined at level 4. So I think stamina plus 5 is the most useful thing we figured we could give her. But frankly, none of this is going to matter, because fairly soon we'll be able to load and have the benefits of my very first off-screen leveling session. Although it's possible I'll get a little bit confused about what the correct save slots are and whether or not I've already done the Holy Priest of Wendell stuff. But there we see in the distance the holy city of Wendell, which is where we're trying to go. We can jump to our doom, except we actually can't. And this is actually considered a town screen. We've never been in a town screen with multiple party members before, but I can't actually switch party members here. We will be playing as Angela during the town screens. I don't have a choice in the matter. We can actually find Duran and Charlotte and talk to them as though they were regular old NPCs. Spring stepper, danger, faulty spring stepper, no stepping. It just told us not to use it. But if we were to actually, so I guess I'll be missing dialogue you would get from Angela in each of these towns, but instead we get to hear what Duran and this doesn't count as the town. I guess there's a cinematic here, but we're still in the town. Holy City Wendell, home of one of the bakers of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The Priest of Light is in this city, right? I wonder what he's like.
Thank you so much for
I was about to
taking
say, I suppose we
here.
could ask Carly, but...
Hurry! We need to request an audience with His Eminence.
Hey, don't tell me what to do, voice in my head. And I'm not going to murder the president, no matter how many times you tell me. Charlotte, we promise His Eminence is not angry. Please stop hiding. Oh, they're worried about her. That's nice. You can hear tremors in the ground deep in Cascade Cavern. Beastmen have made it to Astoria. Whatever shall we do? Oh my god, JD didn't notice I was a woman until it was too late. Many worshippers come from far and wide to visit the Temple of Light. There's such fine weather, I think I'll head to the Temple of Light. Many worshippers come from near and far, and when there's fine weather, it's even better. Swords are so cool, I want to be a swordsman when I grow up. Yeah. What to do? Shall I let him become a swordsman when he grows up?
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
So everybody's got better weapons. Well, no, Angela doesn't. She has the same weapon she already has, but...
Ooh, exciting!
Exciting and new.
Good choice. This is good quality.
Like Precious Roy.
Come again.
Making lots of suckers out of girls and boys. You're in the cavern, you should buy some of my grandpa's magic rope. It'll help save you if you get lost. Oh, that's nice. That they, I like the tiny little touches to build up that these people are real. She's the granddaughter of the shopkeeper, I guess. Or maybe the guy who sells magic rope to the shopkeeper. Monster Cascade Cavern are more docile on Mana Day. That's the day of the week when most people travel to Wendell. Recently, monsters have been particularly ferocious. Even on Mana Day, I haven't seen travels in quite a while.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse. Come again.
Not buying any of that magic rope, though. Forget it. Forget it. How could she leave if not through the front gates? Oh, sorry, I was talking to myself. Many worshippers come from far and wide to visit the Temple of Light. Such fine weather. Okay, we already talked to these guys. Missing. Charlotte. Reward if found. Because she'll be, arrested. What is that? It's like a little red bird. Okay. Well, we might as well plant the seeds, even if, again, basically very little that we do before we get to the part of the game where we're getting the wind spirit is really going to matter, because that's where I kind of went crazy with the off-screen leveling, trying to get lots of cheap seeds to level up the pots. I hate you, Innkeeper! Ah! Got the chocolate. Busily searching. I'm searching everywhere for, basically for Duran and Charlotte. Now, there's Charlotte. Grandpa's probably mad at me. Probably is. Yes, for some it seems out of sorts the last time I saw him. What a beautiful day. We were able to live so peacefully here at the foot of the temple. Duran must be around somewhere. Ferolia's west of us in a thick jungle. Not even beastmen can get through those trees. That's why they attacked us by sea. From the sea by way of Jad. All of this geography will make more sense once we actually have the ability to fly. Because, yes, spoiler alert, in this JRPG for a console, if in the 90s, we will eventually be able to fly around the map. Beastmen, Schweastmen will have His Eminence Priest of Light. We all protect this land. But mostly him. Rob their root cellar here. Get the Stardust Herb. Tag team partner of the Gold Dust Herb. Woof woof. Seen a little girl. Oh, have you seen a little girl in a floppy hat? The Priest of Light's granddaughter has gone missing. She could have become some monster's dinner. Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity yet, but I'll try later to make her monster's dinner. Charlotte, we promise this evidence is not angry. Holy City Wendell, right? Is that what it's going to say? Yeah. Troubled souls from across the world come here and jump in the air and go, Fwah! Seeking guidance, we are a neutral town and have no enemies. Yeah, except the beastmen are coming to murder you all. I mean, it's right there in my face. I gotta grab it. Sorry, we're closing until evening. Come back later. Oh, well. Makes me wonder if it's worth coming back here during the evening. I mean, we might have different NPCs saying different things, but I don't think it's going to massively impact the plot. You can buy equipment and weapons here in Wendell. If only the world had no need of such dangerous tools of violence. Yeah, right. Well, I'm a dangerous tool of violence myself. Oh, we have somebody dressed more like a combat lady, sort of, kind of. And there was Duran in the background. You have heard of the Priest of Light, of course. You must seek his wisdom after coming such a long way. Are you here to see the Priest of Light? The temple is beyond the town square. What were the beastmen coming here for anyway? Something doesn't seem right. Oh, and no one can beat me.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Stiff leathers for Duran, eh? I don't know why his stuff comes before her stuff when she's the primary party member, but...
Looks good.
I'll make use of this.
Make use of me.
Good work.
Good work. Decisive action. So we can sell stuff like pretty much any other RPG. It's half of its purchase value or even less sometimes, but again, it's not worth it because we're going to be loading a state where we have the same gear but have been fighting bats and those little cute kobold guys and various drabites and whatnot for experience. Basically, I wanted to, as you can see in the training, like for Spirit, for Angela, when she has 2 Spirit points, she can learn Holy Bolt. But she can't actually learn Holy Bolt because you have to get that Mana Spirit first. Similarly, Charlotte will learn Healing Light with 2 training points spent on Spirit, and Twinkle Rain, which is the status effect healer, with 6. Actually, Angela's really affected by it because she gets Diamond Shards with 4 stamina training points, but we need the Earth Spirit. But the first Spirit we're going to get, as you may recall, again, I keep referencing, I got to stop, but like if you watched me and Boba play this game years ago, we're going to get the Spirit of Light much earlier in this game than you do in Secret of Mana. And that will be a pretty big change to the effectiveness of both Angela and Charlotte. But in my own mind, I was like, I might as well have the points, the training points all saved up so that when we get that Spirit, they immediately learn the spell. Once you enter a town, the party will disband and you can freely investigate the area. Try chatting with your party if you see them around town. Like, for whatever reason, the sample image I saw of that was somebody talking to Angela when she was not the main character in the town in Altena, like, much later in the game, and her saying something like, "What did you expect? I'm not very comfortable. I haven't been back here since I was banished," or whatever. We'll never get to see that dialogue. At least not unless I play through the game a 3rd time, since I'm not planning to use Angela on the next playthrough that I do plan to do, and we obviously won't see it here because she'll be our primary.
I think I'll wait out here. I left without telling Grandpa. He's probably really mad at me.
There's no way he would make sure that I'm still alive. Charlotte left the party. Okay, your call, girl. I'd heard tales with Temple Light is truly breathtaking. I think I'll wait out here. But what if I want to leave? Okay, well we're stuck. We don't get to leave. One that supports all people. Everyone makes a journey to this land to pray for the goddess of Mana's blessing at least once in their lives. Or they will be executed as heretics. His Eminence is inside the Temple of Light. Thanks, pal. Let's check and see if you have a cool Groucho Marx mustache. I mean, I thought there was some kind of cursed treasure. No, it's just changing to shade time.
The hour is late. Please return tomorrow.
Oh, you mean if I hadn't checked...
There's no time. The Beastmen have already invaded Jad and Astoria, and they're on their way here as we speak. And Barry needs...
I didn't see this when I played through off screen.
What? Oh, no. You must report to His Eminence at once.
Never mind, I did see this. I thought maybe this only pops up if you come during shade time. That's right, you opened the door for me. Also, I'm the Princess of Altana, so ready to step the fuck aside, punks. Really hoping I can save the game somewhere before we talk to the Priest of Light. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Well, let's see. If I were to try to load... My autosave is in the Temple of Light. So that's fine. What I really need to do is determine if when I load Cascade Cavern, I've already been through all this stuff. And I'll do that off screen. But for now, I'll keep... No, I really need to actually find a manual save and save over the spot where we've only got 2 party members, because I know that's not current. But annoyingly, I don't know that the game's going to let me do that, and I really kind of wanted to make sure that I got to a point tonight where I... wrapped up a session so that I could play something else and didn't need to come back to this game if I had other things I needed to play. Upskirt shot. It's kind of a lot of upskirt shots when you're playing with Angela. So I think we're just going to have to go with, if I don't do anything to get a new save, we'll load the autosave next time. Because if I were to load any other save and check it, I would, yeah, it's fine. So next time, folks, I'll be loading an autosave. I'll be manually saving, and everything should be fine. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time as Shawwat is staying behind, but Duran and Angela will be visiting the Priest of Light. And seeing as that's the major plot objective for both of them now, you'd have to assume that either A, we're about to finish the game, which seems unlikely, or B, we're about to get a pretty big dose of plot, since Angela, Duran, and the Fairy all want to visit the Priest of Light. Whatever our real long-term quest will be, I have a feeling we're going to learn a lot more about it next time. See you then.